Your own police sketch has and still is to this day haunted many people, but many others find it as a hilarious looking drawing. Can you tell everyone who you are and how do you feel about this?
This guy right here, he is a mystery, but for his police sketch, he's a nightmare. Since August 9th of 2021, his own police sketch became viral across social media because of Alex Kister's popular YouTube ARG, the Mandela Catalogue. But who really is he? This image has seemingly several origins and had many names like the Albanian and Creepy Hooded Man. But it's mostly agreed that this is a computer-generated composite of a suspect, most likely of a home invasion. But there are people with some bizarre claims, such as it's a police sketch of an Albanian man suspected to be a member of a terrorist organization. Whoever this is, his sketch became a popular meme, being regularly used for trolling people or whenever users are in arguments, and when one person disagrees with others' opinion, they'll send the infamous meme with a text that reads, "Nice opinion, one small issue, I am inside your home." The origins of this police sketch are a mystery, similar to how the origins of the Jeff the Killer and the Backrooms images are currently unknown. Despite not being the first to make a video on who really is the Intruder, I have dived deep down the rabbit hole for the origins of the Intruder sketch and possibly maybe even identify on who is underneath the hoodie. This guy right here again, let's listen to what he has to say.
Who am I? Well,
It was me the entire time.
The identity of the intruder might never be revealed, but I believe the origins can be discovered by scouring through the internet and hopes to find at least the earliest known sighting of the intruder.
When I was making the Creepiest Police Sketches series, I come across dozens of police sketches and composites and chosen some of the most creepy looking ones with dark backstories. I came across the Intruder police sketch, so using reverse image search to find the real story, all I could find were just memes and stuff related to the Mandela Catalogue, which is why I haven't added the police sketch in volume 1. For volume 2, I only went through the Intruder character from the Mandela Catalogue. In actuality, after volume 1 of the ARG, the creator, Alex, never used his police sketch to continue on as the Intruder. We'll get to why later, but if I wasn't able to find the true story of this police sketch at that time, then I should do a separate video on it, after the Creepiest Police Sketches Volume 2, and here we are now. There's something about this police sketch that just creeps people out. The answer is that it falls into the uncanny valley. If you aren't sure what that is, well, to keep it short, it's a sort of area where a certain image of a humanoid object who appears human, but there's something off about it. Police sketches and composites definitely fall into this area. In fact, it's supposed to look this way, because they tend to make it look unique and stick in your mind with over-exaggerated features.
A good example is the Derek Todd Lee sketch, or for a lot of people in my comment section in my previous video would like to refer to him as Celine Delgado, which, guys,
wrong!
There's a few documentaries on Derek Todd Lee you could watch here on YouTube, which it'll show you that this police sketch was of Derek Todd Lee, not Celine Delgado. Also, I didn't know this until now, but he actually has a son, Dedrick Lee, who in 2018, 2 years after Derek's passing from heart disease, accidentally ended his friend's life with a rest in peace to his friend. And Dedrick did show remorse and eventually confessed to the authorities about what happened. That really sucks, but yeah, anyways, let's get back to the Intruder and start this video. For sure my best one yet. Enjoy. On August 9th, 2021, YouTuber Alex Kister published a video called The Mandela Catalogue Volume 1, an ARG taking place in Mandela County, where it is swarmed with all kinds of crazy shit. I won't go through the entire volume 1 nor the ARG, as that'll make this video much longer. And honestly, I'm not caught up with the story, so my recommendations are for getting started is by watching Wendigoon's videos about the Mandela Catalogue or Sagan Hawks, where they both went into great analysis, or you could just watch it yourself. I will only go through the end of volume 1, where we will start. We're presented with a slideshow story written and illustrated by Mark when he was little. He tells the story of how he wasn't tucked in bed last night and was scared and wanted to go to his parents' room. As he heads there, he hears a scary knocking at the door. And who was behind the knocking? This guy. Later on, we see a picture of the actual stairway and we see the door looking so ominous. There was silence until... and finally, he shows up. The video ends, and that's where things begin to kick off for the Mandela Catalogue and for the Intruder. To this day, he's still a popular meme all over the internet like Twitter and TikTok. Many users express adoration with the character rather than being afraid of him. But some users will take things a bit far and send threatening images with Intruder's face to people with intentions to provoke some kind of response from them using the psychological horror aspect. A creepy hooded figure inside your home? Why would it be inside your home? Why would he be inside your walls? And what does he want? A YouTuber named Lloyd Lane has done a video about a year ago and explained on the Intruder and who and where he came from outside of the Mandela Catalogue, and have asked the creator of the Mandela Catalogue, Alex, about his own thoughts were on the viral success of his ARG and where did he find the Intruder image. Alex responded her question with this: using police composite sketch images worked perfectly for the Mandela Catalogue, since these images fall right into the uncanny valley. I never expected the Intruder image to blow up as a meme though. I originally knew about the image through the Despair Code Creepypasta.
There are more to Alex's answer, but we'll get back to it later. But now we need to figure out about this creepypasta called the Despair Code.
The Despair Code is a rumor, conspiracy, theory, creepypasta, I don't know, about how there is a sort of anti-life equation code founded by 4chan's paranormal board somewhere around 2016 or earlier, and it's said to be a string of numbers that when said out loud, it'll activate anyone who hears it into some sort of existential depression, paranoia, and the ideation of self-damage or destruction.
It is believed that the code is, and if you want to skip this part, fine, is 3223412. Nothing happened. Maybe I already am.
According to some, the Despair Code can be not just a string of numbers, but it could also be a noise or an image. On January 8th, 2020, a post published on 4chan of an anonymous user claiming to have discovered the Despair Code. You can read this if you want, but the post is accompanied with the Intruder image, assuming the image is what the Despair Code looks like. Kind of some sort of curse image to make any viewer mind-controlled into a despair-like state. Upon looking for more sightings of the Intruder, it's becoming more clear that the Intruder image may actually have multiple origins. Back to the other half of Alex's response, I originally knew about the image through the Despair Code Creepypasta, not realizing that the image was already a meme in Russia and on 4chan. Seeing it resurface again as a result of the Mandela Catalogue was a really interesting experience for me. It showed me that people had a 50-50 chance of thinking it's either really unsettling or just a goofy looking guy. Either way, I'm incredibly grateful of the attention it gave me and the series.
Let me know down in the comments if you find the Intruder unsettling or just a goofy looking guy.
He claims that not only the Intruder has ties with the Despair Code Creepypasta, but also being known as a meme in Russia and on 4chan before the Mandela Catalogue was made. The Russian version of the Intruder meme is actually different than the version now, and the Intruder wasn't known as the Intruder, but rather he was known as the Albanian Man. And this is when it gets kinda dark, but before that we gotta look at the sketch's origins in 4chan. On November 6, 2010, an anonymous 4chan user made the earliest known post of the image online on the site, with the image name creepyface.jpg. Here's the bomb I'm about to drop. This image right here. I cannot stare at it for more than a few moments. It haunts my brain. Even now, just choosing the file from a bunch of thumbnails, I can't see this at 100% zoom. I don't know why, but it's wrong. This image is wrong. What it portrays just... I don't know. It scares me on a primal level I cannot explain. Way deep down, a part of my animal self tells me that it wants to hurt me, or is about to attack me. I just can't explain it. Official sources that it's just a really horrible police crime suspect recreation drawing from witness description. But it is terrifying to me for a reason I can't explain. I hope you feel the same horror I do. Good luck. I'm out of this thread now. It's pretty clear that this user, when upon viewing creepyface.jpg, they felt feelings of uneasiness. On the last little paragraph, the official source is said to be just a really horrible police crime suspect recreation drawing from witness description. But after reverse image searching and looking for any story or article with this police sketch, I couldn't find it. The post might have spread online as one of those creepy images you come across on the internet. For example, on April 19th, 2011, 5 months later, another 4chan user posted the image as an example of a frightening thing you see on a TV screen when waking up in the middle of the night. You mean like in the middle of the night, you suddenly stir from your sleep to realize that bright light in your face is from your TV? On it, an unmoving silent picture of this. You know, I think they make a fucking fantastic horror movie just out of shit like this. Technological horror would go over well in this era. This sounds similar to the Intruder character in the Mandela Catalogue, where he'll actually appear on a TV screen, like in Alex's Intruder Alert, which is the video after the Mandela Catalogue Volume 1. Now obviously this isn't the police sketch. The creator of the ARG, Alex, decided to redesign the Intruder character, wanting to use an image he owns rather than an image he picked up from the internet. Even though Alex never used the police sketch image as the Intruder character after Volume 1, yet it is his iconic look. Another reason why he didn't use the police composite further onto the series is because, well, it's a real police sketch of a suspect, so wouldn't be the best idea to make that police sketch into a plushie, avoiding any issues. The image did not see a viral spread until December 10th, 2015, more than 4 years later, when yet another anonymous user from Albania posted the image in the Political Incorrect board on 4chan. Starting on the same day, other users also started to use the image as a random picture and in an attempt to creep others out, with the image quickly being recognized as a meme on there. This is where it is believed to be the start of the purpose of the image, of whenever you and someone having a discussion and you disagree on what they claim, you send them the image and see their response. Maybe accompanied with the infamous line, "Nice opinion, one small issue, I am inside your home." Following the viral spread of the image on the Political Incorrect and other boards, on December 16th, 2015, 6 days later, an anonymous user of the Russian 2chan image board created a thread about the image on the SN board, suggesting manufacturing a creepypasta and accompanying videos based on the image. The police sketch image became a creepypasta itself. The creepypasta states, and it's short, "Attention, this is a police sketch of an Albanian man and a member of the terrorist organization Daesh, banned in the Russian Federation. The person is soon to be a member of Daesh's recently founded division, which seeks to employ mesmerism to recruit new members in Russia. The person was last seen in Volgograd on December 2nd. Online spread of video file showing a static image of the man, accompanied by an unusual audio sequence, has been reported. The purpose of the video is unknown." Finally, we reach back to 2021 where the image popularity skyrocketed and the rest is history. Later adopting the name we all refer to the police sketch, the Intruder. First he went by creepyface.jpg, then the Albanian, and finally the Intruder. But this is just the police sketch origins on 4chan. In actuality, this police sketch image dates back before 2010. On November 17th, 2021, YouTuber Lessons in Meme Culture published a video called "Who is the Intruder?" In the comment section below, he made an update saying, "Also, the earliest known instance of the intruder on YouTube can be found here." Accompanied with the video link, this is the earliest known sighting of the police sketch here on YouTube. Have a look, it's only 29 seconds, and it's called Life. Years prior to making its way to 4chan, the video posted on a channel called Simmaster on December 16, 2007. 15 years later, Simmaster remains active and acknowledges the police sketch image popularity in recent years. Lessons in Meme Culture asked Simmaster in the comment section wanting to know if they created the Intruder character, which Simmaster responded, "Yes, he was a character in many of our early works. We called him the At-Man. It was my friend's idea to use the Age of Empires pre-sound effect as his voice. This was early 2006 stuff."
So, mystery solved. The Intruder was originally created by Simmaster, known as Ant-Man, and was used in their early works around 2006 and 2007. Case closed, right? Well, not really.
Just about a month before Simmaster's live video, in early November of the same year, a post was made on fark.com, a website that allows members to comment on a daily batch of news articles and other items from various websites, mainly amusing or bizarre news stories. Users of Fark gave their own comments on one such article made by ksdk.com, a website of a television news station from St. Louis, Missouri. All 144 comments of the Fark post were users giving their thoughts on the story and the police sketch, calling it an alien or a patient with the case of the mumps. Title: Kirkwood, Missouri. Women attacked by burglar with one of the freakiest police sketches you'll ever see. Accompanied with the link to the article, but unfortunately the page no longer exists. It seems that we've unfortunately reached the dead end, but luckily on December 23rd, 2015, someone went on the archive.today and made a snapshot on the news article, and we could finally read the article, accompanied with one of the freakiest police sketches you'll ever see. Kirkwood police are looking for a man who broke into a woman's home and assaulted her before taking her purse, camera, and laptop. Around 6:30 p.m. Saturday, November 3rd, the woman returned to her home in the 300 block of George Avenue when she heard a noise coming from another part of the home, police said. When the woman went to investigate, she found the man standing in her room. The man approached and hit the woman across the face, knocking her to the ground, police said. The man then ran out of the house with the woman's belongings, police said. The woman did not know if the man had a vehicle, police said. I don't know why he keeps saying police said, but yes, we get it. Police said this, police said that. Police said the homeowner was not seriously injured. Police released a composite sketch of the man. He is described as white with defined facial features and acne marks on his face. He is between the ages 17 to 24 years old, stands about 6 feet tall, and weighs about 170 pounds. He was wearing a gray hooded sweatshirt. Police asked anyone with information to call St. Louis Regional Crime Stoppers. So, to recap, the police sketch image was made to find a suspect of a home invasion and assault in Kirkwood, Missouri. The police sketch image was shared to Fark website on the same week of the article's publication and was already scaring users and were looked at as a hilarious looking composite. The image was further shared onto 4chan in 2010 of a user describing it as a scary image, and it was later used as a surprise meme throughout the 2010s, sparking creepypastas. Finally, the image was used to portray the intruder in the Mandela Catalogue and became a meme in our internet here. Still, the identity of the home invasion suspect is currently unknown, and sadly might never face any consequences since this happened like 15 years ago. Thankfully, the homeowner was not seriously injured from the attack, but hopefully she have been able to recover her stolen belongings. For this guy, we know that he is a white man, appeared to be 17 to 24 years old at the time, now to be in his 30s or early 40s, around 6 foot, and may have lived in or near Kirkwood around 2007. From 2007 to today, the Intruder Police composite sketch became a scary image on the web, a creepypasta, a meme, a creepypasta again, a meme again, then an ARG character, a dark meme, a marketable plushie, a guest, a family man, a friend, a furry, a Roblox item. Well, he became an unforgettable police sketch that may forever intrude our home, our walls, our minds, and most of all, our internet.